That's my washer. I have a testimony about my washer today. Let me tell you something. A testimony can be as small as your pinky fingernail. And this is a testimony about my washer. I know it may sound crazy to some, but to me, I'm a believer. Okay? And that's just the way it goes. So, about a month ago, I got up one morning and I said, I'm going to clean my house real good and I'm going to wash up everything that's dirty in the house. And I did. I got started, and all of a sudden, at the last minute, when I got down to the last load of clothes, actually covers, blankets, and stuff like that, it decided it wanted to go out on me. I was over the top because I'm the type of person that I can't cook if I have dirty stuff piled up in my basement. I can't cook. I can't function. In fact, I can't even think, okay, if I got dirty clothes piled up in my basement. And so I immediately started thinking, what am I going to do? I'm broke. I ain't got no money to just go buy a washer. And I just can't go renting a washer. And I barely got money to go to the laundromat. So I'm thinking like, oh, Lord have mercy. And so with that, I just pretty much just threw my hands up and said, there's nothing I can do about it now. It's nothing, I can't stress myself out about it. I can't, go insane trying to figure out what I'm going to do. I just got to be thankful that I was able to get everything washed up before I decided to go down. And so days went on, and then the little clothes the clothes that I washed up, I take showers every day, twice a day, okay? And so with my stuff piling up, my son's stuff piling up, and my honey stuff piling up, I'm like, this ain't gonna work out. So I had to go into deep prayer, I'm praying for some financial, praying for something to come through to where I can either get me another washer because my honey was laid off. Okay. And my son wasn't working at the time. So I'm like, oh my God. So I just put it on the back burner. I couldn't stress myself out about it. And so a week went past, and I woke up one morning and I said, man, I only got a few dollars. I'm going to have to go to the laundromat with my last little money and still don't even know if that's going to be enough. And so I got up and everybody was still sleeping. I came downstairs. I did my morning meditation. And then I said, Lord, I don't know how this is going to work out. I said, my washer done broke down on me. I said, Lord, you see my situation. I can't afford no washer right now, and I barely got any money to keep going to the laundromat. And a voice said, go in your basement and put a load of clothes in the washer. I'm thinking to myself, put a load of clothes in the washer. That's all I said. I didn't go back and forth with the voice. I didn't question the voice. I didn't do any of that. I said, I'm going downstairs in the basement and I'm going to put a load of clothes in this washer and I'm going to see what it do. Mind you, the washer had completely stopped spinning, twisting, anything. It wasn't giving me nothing. Just running water in it. So it wouldn't function at all. And I actually had called a couple of people to come out and look at it. And I barely had money for that. Okay, the money I did have, it would have took all of it just to have somebody to come out here to look at it. And if they could not fix it, I would still have to pay the deposit for them looking at it. So I said, I went down there and I followed the instructions, directions of the voice. It said, put a load of clothes in the washer. Start it up. Add your soap. Shut the top. Go upstairs. And I did it. Lord and behold, I tell you, it wasn't nobody but God, all by the grace of God. The washer started washing. Washed my clothes just as good. And the killing part is, before it broke down on me, it was being rather loud. That's how it sounds now. It was sounding way, way, way louder than that. And the sound has went down. The washer washes better than it washed before. I said, praise God. Praise God. Hold on, y'all. Get up in your chair. Right now. Shit out of here. Sorry about that. She's not allowed to run out the door to strangers. She know I don't play that. But yes, all by the grace of God, my washer is washing. And I tell you, it is a miracle because it was gone. But it's the smallest things, the smaller things that you don't appreciate, that you take for granted, that you don't believe. Can't nobody tell me nothing. If it was not for my Jesus and that prayer, I don't believe that'll be washing right now. I truly believe that God looked at my circumstances, looked at my situation, and said, baby, we got to do something about it. He said, I'm going to get that back up and running for you. And that's what he did. God bless. That is my testimony about my washer today. God bless you.